I was training very hard. I was putting in extra hours and extra shift, and the injury just happened, and unfortunately, I had to put people say, you put.
Sorry, Dillian versus Itauma, similar, right? Oh, Dillian pulls out his hand.
It's unfortunate that he pulled out because his finger was bust.
Dillian Whyte has once again stunned the boxing world, abruptly withdrawing just 1 week before his highly anticipated clash with rising heavyweight phenom Moses Itauma. Officially, Whyte pointed to the financial strain of mounting.
3-4 weeks ago, when I knew that obviously the manager position was going to be in place, obviously my camps cost a lot of money. My training camps cost me a lot of money, So I had to just pull out early to save all of this and money and stuff. I got like a lot of people in camp that work. So
Training costs as the reason. But whispers behind the scenes suggest a much deeper, far more explosive story is quietly unfolding, one that has yet to fully reach the public eye. This isn't the first time Whyte's decisions have raised eyebrows. Throughout his career, he has fought through brutal injuries, cracked ribs, torn shoulders, even a broken hand. Yet now, with just days to go until the showdown with Itauma, he's walking away. To fans, it feels like an abrupt and puzzling shift, and the timing could not be worse.
Injuries, as you know, I fought with injured shoulder before, broken hand, broken ribs, but, not at my stage of my career now where I have to use a bit more brain instead of just brawn, and I wanted to.
Insider reports now claim Whyte's withdrawal was triggered by a finger injury suffered in camp. Still, the revelation has only fueled suspicion. Sources close to the situation insist the injury was known about for days, perhaps even weeks, before the announcement. The timing makes critics question whether this was truly about recovery or a carefully timed retreat from a red-hot young challenger in Moses Itauma, who many see as the future of the division. Adding to the storm is an even wild...
I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out. Oh, I was injured. Well, if he was injured, you won't be injured.
Rumor. Some in boxing circles whispered about a poisoning incident in Whyte's camp shortly before the withdrawal. Former champion and pundit Johnny Nelson was quick to dismiss such talk, but others claim the story didn't come from nowhere. Whether it's pure fiction or a symptom of something deeper, the suggestion alone has intensified the drama around Whyte.
Said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness. They tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. We'll love to get to the bottom of it. But I'd heard this yesterday, but I just put it down as fake news. It's not real. So all we can do is react to what.
His sudden exit. Nelson himself admitted he never truly believed the fight would happen. According to him, whispers about Whyte's wavering commitment had been circulating for weeks. With the pullout now official, hindsight makes the signs hard to ignore. Promoter Frank Warren, who had built the event around Itauma's biggest test yet, reacted with measured disappointment. Losing Whyte so close to fight week left his team scrambling. Behind the scenes,
conclusion, but not in a million years did I believe that fight would end the way it did.
However, insiders say the withdrawal was less of a shock to those close to both camps. Reports from Whyte's circle described him as being in low spirits for days before the news broke, with many suggesting the finger injury was more of a convenient excuse than a career-threatening setback. For Warren, the task now is salvaging momentum for his young star. Itauma's entire camp was tailored to Whyte, and a late change in opponent demands both mental and tactical adjustment. The question haunting fans is simple: was this truly bad luck or a calculated retreat from a fight Whyte no longer believed he could win? If Warren kept his reaction diplomatic, Eddie Hearn's camp was forced into firefighting mode.
Disappointed and down, but it is what it is. He's got to regroup, get himself.
Insiders describe a chaotic scene the moment Whyte's withdrawal became official. With just 1 week left, Hearn's team scrambled to keep the event alive. Options ranged from finding an emergency replacement opponent to outright postponement, each carrying serious risks. Publicly, Hearn has kept his messaging calm, but he has dropped hints that the finger injury isn't the only issue. Whispers of contractual disputes and behind-the-scenes politics have surfaced, suggesting that Whyte's decision may not be purely physical. For Hearn, the priority is clear: damage control. Protecting Moses Itauma's rising star from being dimmed by the fallout is now the main focus. Johnny Nelson's frustration mirrors the mood among fans. Many feel blindsided, and the situation has drawn comparisons to the Conor Benn saga, where shifting...
I never get stressed out in those situations. It's just, fuck, we've got to deal with this now, and we've got to deal with it at speed. So we did that, and we done a great job, and we're happy now. Obviously, they've got their issue.
Explanations only deepen distrust. In Whyte's case, critics argue certain insiders already knew he might pull out well before the public was told. The delayed announcement, vague reasoning, and swirl of rumors have combined to cast doubt on the official narrative. As Nelson warns, the constant change in storyline is damaging. Each passing day brings new theories, training setbacks, contract clashes, a lack of motivation, or perhaps outright fear of stepping into the ring with a hungry young lion like Itauma. Whatever the truth, the outcome is the same: a marquee fight has collapsed in dramatic fashion. For Moses Itauma, the saga has been disruptive, but it also strengthens his reputation. While Whyte's commitment wavered, Itauma has remained ready, eager, and willing.
It doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter. That's proof. You know, so until more news comes out,
Willing to face whoever stands in front of him. That willingness, coupled with his growing aura of danger, may end up making this setback just another stepping stone in his rapid rise. Whether Whyte's withdrawal was the result of injury, politics, or calculation, one thing is certain: the ripple effects are already shaking boxing's heavyweight picture. And for Itauma, the drama may only accelerate the narrative that he's the man the old guard would rather avoid. Anyone, anytime. Johnny Nelson's blunt challenge sums up the growing public demand for answers in the wake of Dillian Whyte's withdrawal. Nelson insists the truth must come out, and he's not alone. Gareth A. Davies notes that the saga has only elevated Moses Itauma's profile. Even without Whyte in the opposite corner, Itauma has become a hot
to go there because Moses Itauma is fascinating. I spoke to Francis Warren ringside on Saturday night. You had a microphone as well. Were you allowed to put the pressure on them to speak? Because I just did.
commodity. His unbeaten record, raw power, and the unanswered question of how he would have handled a seasoned veteran have fans hooked. Davies' ringside chat with Francis Warren highlighted the pressure on promoters to keep Moses's momentum alive. Warren, cautious but realistic, admitted fans are not just seeking explanations for Whyte's exit, but also clarity on who Moses will face next. Until a replacement is confirmed, speculation will dominate headlines, and that speculation may be working in Itauma's favor. Peter Fury has also weighed in, calling Moses a fabulous young talent with every attribute of a future champion. Coming from someone of Fury's experience, that endorsement carries weight. But Fury also pointed out the obvious: Itauma has yet to face a true test. The Whyte fight was supposed to provide that benchmark. With Whyte gone, the question of where Moses really stands remains unanswered. Some insiders suggest Whyte's decision was less about...
He's got speed, he's got power, he's tough, he's game. He ticks all the boxes so far. So let's see. Again, he's young. You know, he's not really been tested because of what he's doing to these opponents. So let's see. It's early days, but big future for him.
About a finger injury and more about the risk of becoming the first big name to fall to Itauma. True or not, the effect is the same. Moses has been denied the proving ground many hoped for, while his reputation as a dangerous and avoided opponent has only grown. In fact, Whyte's withdrawal may have revealed more about Itauma than a fight ever could. If a veteran like Whyte saw enough to step back, that alone speaks volumes about the threat Moses poses. Publicly, Whyte has kept a cool front, insisting he's unfazed by backlash and focused only on his family and long-term career. Yet insiders suggest the calm exterior masks a far more complex reality. Behind closed doors, Whyte has faced mounting pressure from promoters, from fans, and from the risk of taking a damaging loss to a surging young contender. Reports from camp describe rough sparring sessions in the final stretch, raising questions about whether the injury story is the whole truth.